Xiaomi's recent launch of the YU7 has gotten a lot of buzz in the electric vehicle space. As Xiaomi's second SUV, the YU7 comes into the market with big expectations. Of course, it's often compared directly to the Model Y. In this video, we'll compare these two popular electric cars on design, space, and insulation. We'll also check out other aspects to see how they measure up against each other. The Model Y is still the best-selling all-electric SUV worldwide. Meanwhile, the YU7 is quickly becoming a rising star in the domestic market. Let's compare these two cars and highlight their key differences. We'll mainly focus on design and practicality. This is an independent review, no sponsorship involved. The data comes from real measurements and personal impressions, just for reference. Let's kick things off with the exterior design. Looking at the exterior design, it's clear the two models have very different styles. The Model Y takes a more minimalist and functional approach. The YU7 goes for a sportier, coupe-inspired SUV look. The YU7's proportions give it a bold, distinct look that really reflects its brand identity. Here are some design details we noticed while checking out the car up close. The Model Y is all about aerodynamics and practical efficiency in its design. In contrast, the YU7 has a sportier, coupe-style shape that's aimed at a younger crowd. The Model Y has that classic teardrop shape in its design. It's got a short front overhang and a sharply angled windshield. The rear has a sharply sloped roofline, giving the car a sleek, coupe-like profile. With a drag coefficient of just 0.22 CD, it leads its class in aerodynamics. On the other hand, the YU7's design follows a different direction. The front end is longer, giving it a more classic SUV vibe. Unlike the Model Y, the front and A-pillar almost align in a straight line. The YU7 features a slight angle between the front end and the A-pillar. Aerodynamically, this could affect its drag reduction efficiency. The rear lines are smoother compared to the Model Y. It has a design that blends elements of both a coupe and a traditional SUV. At the back, the area forms a low-pressure zone at high speeds. This affects the airflow, causing turbulence and increasing drag. A key aspect of its design is its height, which is just 1.6 meters. This is similar to many new energy sedans. It also features a 3-to-1 axle ratio, compared to the 2-to-1 ratio in many others. The car features a long, smooth front with an impressive L113 length. Its design is a perfect example of a classic, traditional luxury SUV style. We drew inspiration from a few models with similar proportions. Here's the Infiniti FX35, and here's the Ferrari Purosangue. These three models have remarkably similar proportions. The YU7's overall design reminds us of the Ferrari Purosangue. The car's aerodynamic design really shows off Xiaomi's unique approach. The SU7 really takes advantage of the Venturi effect. It comes with 10 sets of through ducts and 19 functional air vents. The Venturi effect happens when fluid flows from a wider area into a narrower one, which causes the airflow to speed up. At the exit of the narrow duct, you get higher air pressure, which pushes the external airflow away more strongly. Let's start with the YU7's headlights. The upper section features a ventilation channel. This ventilation channel directly links to the base of the front windshield. By directing smooth airflow at the front, it minimizes the impact of the A-pillar angle on aerodynamics. The air ducts on either side of the front bumper create an air curtain, reducing tire-induced turbulence. Meanwhile, the vent on the fender speeds up the release of turbulent airflow in the wheel arch. All these features not only optimize aerodynamics, but also boost overall driving efficiency. It also helps reduce wind noise. The final result is a drag coefficient of just 0.245 CD for the classic YU7. That's why I call it a balance between aesthetics and aerodynamics. It's definitely not an exaggeration, considering the excellent performance of the previous SU7. The refreshed Model Y interior has made significant improvements. Its overall style is quite similar to the updated Model 3. The U7's interior really stands out. While it's not exactly the same as the SU7's interior, you'll notice some familiar features. Overall, the interior design has seen a complete upgrade. Every detail feels completely new and refreshed. The layout now sports a dual circular design. Materials like leather, suede, and matte metal give it a luxurious, refined feel. Even the simple design feels more polished compared to the SU7. Even though many people say the Tesla's interior is basic, at least the layout that's now common in new brands was inspired by Tesla. But when it comes to technology, the YU7 outshines it. That's thanks to the Xiaomi Hypervision display, a screen that sits above the dashboard. I've seen something like this in BMW concept cars before, but this is the first time I've seen it in a real production car. This screen shows speed, gear, driving mode, navigation, and music. It can show the SR interface for driving assistance and display blind spot visuals. The passenger seat can also show lyrics. Xiaomi says this screen has retina-level quality and is resistant to bright light. Actually, what you're seeing isn't a screen. It's actually just a reflection of the screen. The actual screen is located at the base of the A-pillar. Xiaomi extends the black area around the glass to help balance heat. Turning it into a black screen helps naturally block out direct sunlight glare. Next, let's project the HyperVision right in front of us. So what's the point of this? Why not just stick with traditional dashboards or a remote display? And then we have the sky screen. It's positioned farther from the driver, just below the windshield, and it's positioned closer to the road. This reduces how far your eyes need to move while driving, and that makes driving safer. With a black curtain, the display quality of this horizon screen is top-notch. It won't lose focus or be hard to read. Unlike a screen, it doesn't take up any space on the dashboard. There's no need to raise the dashboard. You might be concerned it could block your view, but that's really not something you need to worry about. This part is actually just the engine hood you can see from inside the car. So, when it comes to the static experience, it's nearly impossible to find any obvious flaws. The YU7 we're testing today is theoretically a high-end or top-tier model. The front seats offer 3 awesome features in one: ventilation, heating, and a massage function. Unlike the Model Y and U7, this car also has a massage function. On top of that, the U7 features an EC sunroof. With this sunroof, you can adjust the light transparency, giving you a more dynamic experience. And this is something the Model Y doesn't offer. The Model Y's features are pretty much widely known. When compared, the U7 setup offers a competitive edge in user experience. Let's now take a look at the actual measurements. I am 174 cm tall. We're also factoring in my weight, which is 130 g, while sitting comfortably. The Model Y has 1 centimeter more legroom. The seat cushion lengths are pretty much the same. When it comes to seat cushion width, the Model Y has a 0.5 centimeters edge. You could say the front row space is nearly identical. In the back, we check the headroom and seat cushion length. The YU7 seat is 1.5 centimeters longer than the Model Y's. It comfortably fits the needs of most people. When it comes to headroom, the Model Y has a small advantage. Now, let's check out the trunks of both cars. We'll use measuring tools to get a more precise comparison. The results show that the Model Y has a deeper trunk. This gives the Model Y more space lengthwise. The YU7 has a slight edge in horizontal width. In terms of overall space, the Model Y is theoretically larger. Both cars come with electric adjustments and folding rear seats. When the rear seats are completely folded down, the Model Y is still longer overall. Also, the rear seats fold with a smaller reclining angle. Although the YU7 isn't really focused on extreme practicality, just like the SU7, this car makes the most of every inch of available storage space. If there's any space that can hold a storage compartment, you can bet it has one. The center armrest, just like in a Model Y, has a huge storage compartment. The only difference is that the Model Y has a closed compartment, while this one stays open. The YU7 features an open storage space. Both cars come with all the usual storage features, like door pockets and glove boxes. Both vehicles are loaded with the usual storage compartments you'd expect. Now, let's check out some smart storage features in the YU7. First up, the center console and rear view mirror both have quick mount screw threads, just like the SU7. This makes it super easy to mount your phone or action camera. There's also a hook built into the side of the central armrest. On the driver's side, there's a small storage compartment. The opening feels really solid and premium, just like the rest of the car. The 4 doors also have grooves to hold your phone. They've clearly put a lot of thought into the details. Under the rear seats, you'll find a drawer and a groove for an umbrella. And yes, there's a fridge included too. The only thing you're missing compared to the Model Y is the strap behind the front seats. We tested the UV and infrared heat insulation. First, let's take a look at the UV test results. We tested the windshield and panoramic roof glass on the Xiaomi YU7 model. Both cars offer solid UV protection. The Tesla Model Y is just as good. For the infrared heat insulation test, we used standard infrared equipment and lamps typically found in tinting shops. We tested both cars on how well they block infrared light. The Tesla takes the lead when it comes to blocking infrared light on its side windows. The YU7 outperforms in terms of the windshield and panoramic roof. The YU7 takes the edge when it comes to the windshield and panoramic roof. First, let's look at the side windows. We measure the infrared radiation from about the length of a phone away from the glass. The YU7 recorded over 170 W/M superscript 2 of infrared radiation. The Model Y, however, was around 140 W/M superscript 2. So, Tesla gets a slight edge here. For the front windshield, the YU7 measured about 6 W/M superscript 2. The Model Y came in much higher at 60 W/M superscript 2. That's quite a noticeable difference. The difference isn't just in the numbers. It also affects how the temperature feels inside the car, especially with the panoramic roof. The Model Y only has a reading of 12 W/M superscript 2. Meanwhile, the YU7's test shows 0 W/M superscript 2. There's barely any infrared penetration. So, we also looked into the transparency setting for the panoramic roof. We checked if the YU7's EC panoramic roof was set to the lowest transparency level. The result is definitely at its lowest point. The YU7's heat insulation performance should be pretty impressive. When you're driving during the day with the sun right above and in front of you, both sun protection and heat insulation are handled really well. Only the side light tends to feel a little warmer. In the morning and evening, when the angle of the sunlight is more intense, it can be a bit of a drawback. You can decide to apply the film depending on your needs. The YU7 beats the Model Y in both features and user experience. On top of that, it starts at just around $35,000. It still holds a major price advantage over the Model Y. With all this in mind, would you go for the YU7? Let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. We'll keep bringing you more comparisons and reviews of popular car models.